Boy, can't let this happen if you're not Jewish.
I'll do anything.
I want you to read this.
Hey, you know what they do in the Jewish religion?
Do you know what they do?
No.
Congrats, dude.
Thanks, brother.
You're the one getting his mandingo sliced off.
Wait, what?
Chris's Briss by director Delmar Washington. While at the Cannes Film Festival, I came across a few filmmakers with novel approaches to films on dating and mating. The next film is both a humorous and painful twist on cross-cultural marriage.
I recently graduated from USC Film School. It was my thesis film. It's called Chris's Briss, and basically it's about a brother who falls in love with a Jewish girl who happens to be a rabbi's daughter.
You want to marry my daughter?
Yes, sir.
And he wants to marry her. In order for him to marry this girl, he has to sacrifice something.
For me to convert, I have to get circumcised?
It's beautiful. You'd love it.
You asked for my blessing.
Just keep picturing your dad
Pull down your pants. I need to see what I'm working with.
running after me with a chainsaw.
Just make like I'm a doctor.
And the film is basically about the fears of male commitment and also sacrifices that individuals like myself is sort of loosely based on what I went through with my marriage with my wife. No, my wife isn't Jewish, and thankfully I didn't have to sacrifice any foreskin, but I had to give up something very important, which was my inner player. And being young, a lot of young guys, especially being in Cannes, I mean, come on, but it's tough. But you know, you gotta know when you find the right one, is that the right one for you to sacrifice? Whatever that is.
Hopefully she's watching and now she knows like you didn't do anything in Cannes.
Right.
Okay.
No, she was
Except
here with
promote
me,
your
so
film.
it's all
Okay,
good.
all right, that's all good.
Actor-writer Yassin Azuz got dumped by his girlfriend via social media, and it inspired him to write a short film about the way social media influences all of our relationships today.
Guru is a film that speaks about how much social networks have changed our lives through the influence of the pop culture.
Well, you know, it's interesting because you bring up some really important topics in terms of relations, how in a way we're all connected, but we're more disconnected than ever. So tell me a little bit about how you structured this, because it's in some ways it looks like a one-man show, but then at the same time there's something else going on. So give me a little of how your vision came together.
Magazines today, like I say in the film, in the United States of America, is, you know, proposing you to giving you to rate your partner, even for sexual performances, through magazines and and that. So I was pretty shocked. So I thought, you know, I don't want to follow that lead. I don't want to follow that. So that inspired me to give that kind of storytelling through a guru.
Today's women basically is a greedy materialistic prostitute. Although that sounds harsh, it's true. She trades her physique to buy into the success a man has created around himself. As a man, I fall in love with how a woman is physically. I fall in love with body parts of a woman. I fall in love with the FTAs, the face, tits, and ass.
When you see someone like that, he's bad, he's mean, he's misogynistic, but he's saying some true things sometimes that disturbing.
Yes.
And then you listen more, and that makes you curious about that kind of character.
Yes,
know?
it does. Well, now let me ask you, do you feel social media is destroying relationships between men and women, or it's shifting it, changing it? What's your take?
You know, I refuse to have Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter on my phone. I don't know exactly how to use them because first, that drain your battery down, and then you can spend a lot of time that disconnect you from people. You know, here in Cannes, you have lunch in your life every day where you are. You have two people on their phones. They don't even look at each other. They don't even like talk to each other. You know, I give myself 1 hour of Facebook and social networks by day, no more. So yeah, that changes.
Now, why do you see what I think is interesting about this? I think we've tapped into something about human beings that we didn't know existed, where everybody wants to feel more important than they are. Everybody wants a reaction to their lives.
Yeah.
However insignificant, you just ate ice cream, but you got to let everybody know. So what do you think that this is showing us about ourselves, human beings?
I think the problem is that we're trying to market ourselves. We forgot how life can be nice without our computers. But the dark side of it is that you can have the bad comments out of it. because you're spotted all around the world. People see it right now and can comment right now.
Yes, it can.
So when you see bad comments about what you're like posting, that changes your vision about yourself. You do not see yourself with your own eyes or through the eyes that the people that you trust, your family, your friends, but by some strangers who hide it behind his screen, and that makes it more twisted and wicked. And that is a problem.
Okay, all right. Well, good luck. I want to
thank
see
you.
what happens with your film, and I want to see what you do next.
Thank you.
So thank you very much for coming down, Yazim.
Thank you for having me.
I must say, I think social media affects all of our relationships at this point. And we'll be back.
They were just four guys from Jersey until they sang their very first note. Clint Eastwood directs the big screen adaptation of the Broadway smash, Jersey Boys, next here on Arise on Screen.
One of the great things about Arise Entertainment 360 is we have this Arise to Your Health segment, which really focuses on the holistic approach of being healthy. So we do everything from working out to juicing to getting in shape by doing fun exercises like bouncing on a trampoline or wearing these bouncy boots on our feet when we're jumping all over the set. We've done karate, we've danced the weight off, we've done just about everything. And of course, I love when we eat on set, but we do it in a very healthy and clean way.
So what we do is we bring together experts and analysts and thought leaders and CEOs in companies across many industries to not only provide the macroeconomic view, but news everyday people can use.
The title, Walk Like a Man?
So?
As opposed to what, a woman?
No, it's for boys, Tommy, teenage boys. We're telling them to act like men.
Instead of like girls.
Yeah, instead of like boys. Come on, why are you doing this?
Hey, Mr. Congeniality, it's a metaphor. It's an anthem for every guy who's ever been twisted around a girl's little finger. And if I'm explaining that to you, we're in trouble. Walk like a man. Take one.
Jersey Boys is based on the Tony Award-winning musical about the rise and fall of 60s supergroup, The Four Seasons. It's directed by Oscar winner and Hollywood legend Clint Eastwood. It stars Tony winner John Lloyd Young as Frankie Valli and Oscar winner Christopher Walken. The iconic director says signing up for the project was an easy decision.
It just seemed like a logical thing to do. Why not if it's successful on Broadway or in a play all around the world? Why wouldn't it make a movie?
I'm Mike Sargent, and this is Arise on Screen. Welcome back. With me in the studio is Julian Roman of MovieWeb.com and Maria Barberi.
Hello.
So first, I'm going to go to you first, Julian. Now, I liked this movie. I thought the story was interesting, you know, about how this happened and what went in the movie industry or the music industry at that time. And I really found that there was a lot more music in it that I didn't realize that this was Frankie Valli. And actually, I'm a fan and I didn't know it. But I found it oddly flat. And I think Clint Eastwood his wheelhouse is drama, maybe some action, maybe drama with a little action. A musical, it felt like it needed more pizzazz, more style. But you felt similarly.
I completely agree. Clint Eastwood's directing style is very low-key, very even, and this movie needed some flair. It's based on the very popular Jersey Boys Broadway musical. Had to have something, some sparkle to it, you know.
Now, you saw the play.
I did see the play, yes.
And how does it compare?
It's the same guy, John Lloyd Young, stars in the play and in the movie, and he makes it work, but you will like it because the music is good. I mean, the film falls flat, but the music really makes it much better as an experience.
Well, what's interesting is that this is really not a musical. It's based on a musical, but it's really a drama with a lot of music. Now, for you, Maria, you felt that it had too much music. You would have preferred getting more drama.
Yeah, the hybrid didn't work to me, if that's what you wanted to achieve. I think the music was filling the space of the drama sometimes.
So it was in replacement of more drama or better drama.
Yes. I walked away just wondering if the story was worth telling again.
Really? Now, did you, as an Italian from Italy, were you familiar with the experience of the Italian Americans, you know, on the East Coast here during the 50s and 60s?
Well, through other movies. I didn't know this specific story, I must admit. And I found it interesting because it's always interesting for an immigrant of my generation, let's say, to discover about the immigrants in the 50s, in the 60s, in the States. It's always charming. We all know there are much material based on that. But at the same time, I don't know, people saw the play, the Four Seasons are very well known.
So you
I was
feel
just wondering, yes.
You feel it would be kind of somewhat superfluous to have even made this movie?
Probably. I mean, the directing-wise was good, absolutely. I mean, no flaws, but nothing exceptional, nothing.
I agree. Well, I think to me, what worked best in this movie, I like the music, you know, like you, but I really enjoyed Christopher Walken. I enjoyed all the little things. I enjoyed somebody playing Joe Pesci. Those are kind of somewhat surreal moments. But I really kind of expected more. I expected it to pop off the screen, to jump off the screen, to really be exciting. And the movie never got exciting.
You're totally right. There is no flair. There is no pizzazz. And it's really trademark, Eastwood. He's a very even-keeled guy, very flat in his directing tone. This could have used somebody who had more like superfluous type directing style, more flair.
I agree. All right, well, our next film is also based on a play, but it's a play that's based or inspired by a book, and it's called Venus in Fur. And it's directed by Oscar-winning director Roman Polanski and based on the Tony Award-winning play of the same name.
Il y a plein de place ici sous ma fourrure.
Quoi, ton vison devrait-il m'intéresser?
Between the lines in the script and the roles that we play.
Tu refuserais un peu d'amour?
C'est de l'amour que tu me proposes? Non, c'est le pouvoir. C'est le pouvoir qui t'intéresse.
You know where the acting ends.
Now, Maria, you had seen the play. You said you saw the play before it was as big as it was. You saw it when it was off Broadway.
Yeah.
How do you feel it compares to the film, and are you surprised that it worked as a film?
Yeah, it surprisingly works. I think that is because of the direction, the performance of both, of course. Mathieu Amalric is very well skilled and competent, probably one of the most competent actors in Europe and worldwide right now. So. But the adaptation worked fine. Linguistically too, I was surprised about the French adaptation.
Because it's an English play that is translated to French.
Yeah, and it worked.
Now let me ask you this: you also said you saw this in Europe. So how was it? Very well received there?
Yes, very well received. Acclaimed about everything, probably even the Emmanuelle Seigner performance, which can be probably.
That was the weakest part for me. I thought that she was miscast. She's 47, and I believe Mathieu is 48. And for what this character needed to be, I really feel it would have been Emmanuelle. Maybe back when she did Frantic with Harrison Ford, ironically. That Emmanuelle, I think I could have seen her in this role. In this, I felt she was too old for the role, and I just, while I love the themes and the acting was good, I just felt she was wrong, and it took me out of the film, and I just didn't buy it.
I agree with you completely, Mike. We're on the same page here. The film is very, very good. It's a French art house film. It probably doesn't have a wide appeal, but it's very entertaining. And, Seigner is Roman Polanski's wife, the director. So there's a whole thing of like, well, maybe their relationship is kind of transposing onto the film. But I agree. A younger, more vibrant actress would have been better in this role.
And as an actress, you bought their relationship, Maria?
I did. Okay. It was credible to me.
It was credible to you?
Yes, because maybe it's due to his performance, for sure.
Well, I have enjoyed very much having you both here, and I hope to have you both back again. There's a nice team here.
Thanks, Mike.
And we'll be back next week to talk more movies here on Arise on Screen.